Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 20 of my full platinum walkthrough for Elden Ring. This is Consecrated Snowfield. This isn't. The video that we're doing is, this is where we killed the fire giant, so we're just exactly where we left off. If we go up there like that or interact with that, we're going to move on to the final area of the game. We're not going to do that yet, we're going to go to some side areas first. What I'm going to do here though is I'm going to remove the Marika's Scar Seal and put on Primal Glintstone Blade. Now I'm just going to show you the health reduction that this does. So if I remove it now and put Marika's back on, so back where we were, you can just look at my health there. That's how much health you lose by putting this one on. So, but what it does is it reduces the FP cost of spells, so spells are cheaper, which means you can carry maybe fewer cerulean flasks around instead. You may be able to, use Comet or something a bit stronger that costs a bit more now because it will now be cheaper. So you can mess around with your spells a bit. I'm going to keep mine the same. I just like Pebble. People are probably going to say, why are you using Pebble? Because I like it, that's why. Right, we're going back to the lift. This is the lift. This is rolled where we used the lift earlier on. We're going to switch action here. So if you go right or left on the D-pad and then hoist Secret Medallion, and that's going to take us to a whole new area, Consecrated Snowfield. So this is the Halig Tree Medallion that we've just used, the secret one. And then that's going to take us to this place. We're going to do Consecrated Snowfield in this video, and then we're also going to do Mohgwyn Palace. I was going to do a separate one, but Mohgwyn Palace it's like 15-20 minutes, so I just bundle it all together. And then the final video, the final 3 videos will be sort of smooth sailing from there. Yeah, so 2 more area videos, and then a endings video, basically. So yeah, we are almost there. So you got your beast eye quivering here. We're not going to deal with that. There's a beast eye somewhere. What do you call it? Death root. We don't need that. We just need to watch out for these little guys and their little spells they're doing here. And then we're going to go to Consecrated Snowfield, which at the beginning it's a whole big area. We're just kind of point to point now, going where we need to. If you stop at the top of the stairs here, this thing's going to drop down. You'll hear it. It takes fall damage as well, which is fine by me, means we don't have to spend as much time killing this thing. Yeah, you can see, I can just use Pebble for days now. It's like I almost don't need to worry about sipping from the flask anymore. Obviously I still do, but you're getting like 30 uses out of it because I've got this other talisman on now. And obviously if you want to go for something a bit stronger, Comet I would recommend maybe. You can charge Comet and it pierces through armor enemies and things like that. But I personally like this one, so I'm sticking with it. But yeah, I've said this all the way through. You don't need to stick to what I'm doing with regards to weapons and armor and talismans and all that. It's just a guide. It's my preference. If you want to copy it, go for it. Grave Glovewort 9. We're not using Grave Glovewort. We're on Ghost, and we're way past that point. So there's a grace here, and then we're going to, as you go up these stairs, you'll actually notice the snow's going to come pouring in through the door. It's really foggy here. You can't see what you're doing for the most part. So we're going to just be going sort of as the crow flies. We're going to put some markers down. So put a marker down. This is the map for the area. So just put a marker down there and just head north, basically. So you'll be able to see your marker. At the first point here, there is another grace point, so you can kind of slowly just head this way, look for this rock, and then when you go on the other side of this rock, just keep an eye out for it, and it's there. It's hard to miss, but you might do. So there's a whole few areas off to the sides, there's caves and things like that, but we're not doing that. We're just heading, there it is, just for reference, north. Now you can, like I said, just go as the crow flies. There are enemies, just ride past them. There is a drop as well. You might take a bit of damage. Don't worry, it's not much. You can just sit at the grace and obviously heal yourself. But the main point is just get through this bit where you can't see a bloody thing, and pick the map up. Yeah, so watch out for this. Oh no, not torrent. So just as you get over this bit, just before we get to the map, there's going to be a drop. And once you've done the drop, you're almost there. The snow will begin to clear, or the fog will begin to clear. And you should be able to look, here it is just on my right. Just look out for a grace. Now the map is just ahead of me. You're going to see it's all going to start clearing in a moment. When you get to this grace point, it starts clearing. There you go. So it's all clear from now on once you get to that's this sort of level. So you can see that's the map for reference. There's a big rock there. That's where we fell off and all that. Yeah, so this is going to be our main grace point for this area. We're going to use a few times. And now we're going to go and get the map so you can see what the bloody hell's going on. Yeah, there's also... Well, you're going to see me completely mess it up in a moment. Yeah, as well, this is a video I die in a few times. I don't know what was going on. Don't ask. Obviously, I'll tell you when I died and how and why. But, yeah, I don't know what happened. This is probably the video I've died the most in by a long way. So, yeah, pick up the map and you can see where we are. We've just this is where we rode all the way up here and then across. Here's a cave if you want this, if you want some smithing stones. You'll find 8s in there. We're not... Well, I'm not going to get it. You can go and get it. I'm going to be getting an 8 in a moment. So this is what I'm saying. Don't go round the left-hand side of this tree. For the love of God, do not go... Yeah, because... These guys riding these wolves are no joke. They are horrendous. And then you're going to see I'm going to keep... Look at the health. I don't... Yeah, don't go down the left-hand side of this tree. I don't remember it being this bad, honestly. Go down the right-hand side. I'll show you in a moment what we're looking for. Look at them and get filled up with arrows. Look at them all. Yeah, it's the guy at the distance is still hitting me. This is ridiculous. How I'm not dead, how I didn't die here, I have absolutely no idea. This was, of course, on my record. I was thinking, shall I just restart, go back to, you know, the beginning and start again? But no, we'll leave this recording in because, for one, it's probably quite amusing to see me struggle and flap around. Yeah, they are so aggressive. It's not just the wolf, it's the archer on top. The wolf on its own is bad enough. But yeah, you don't go down that side. Yeah, thankfully it's kind of de-aggroing here, which is giving me enough time to finish them off. Yeah, so don't do that. See, I make the mistakes, so you don't have to. Go this way, the right-hand side of the tree. And all we're doing this for is a smithing stone 8. It's going to be one that will be completely useless later on. We'll get more than we need anyway. But I was just trying to get round here to this thing. There. That's how easy it should have been. Kill these 2 wolves, pick that up and go. But there you go. So I'm just going to ride back here and we're going to get our Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, which is our top one for the level. We're using Somber Smithing Stones, so this is our top one. And this is from Anastasia. Again, Anastasia Tarnished-Eater. So I'm just heading back up here to refresh. I probably could have just teleported, to be honest. And then we're going to head over here. There is a river. You can just kind of make it out. On the map, it's shown as a river. If you head down river, up river, whichever way this is, but follow the river. And then eventually torrent will disappear, and then you know that there is about... Here we go. There you know there's about to be an NPC fight, and it's Anastasia. So get the spell out that we use for NPCs. I've completely forgotten its name. Stars of Ruin, my god. Yeah, and just go. Which is... We've fought a few times, 3-4 times maybe at this point. If for whatever reason she doesn't appear or she doesn't give you the Dragonstone, don't worry, this isn't the only one we're getting in this video. But it is needed for a trophy. You do need to fully upgrade a single weapon, and we're obviously going to use our faithful staff. So don't worry, she did die, and then eventually you'll get the stone there. And then just before that, before we go and upgrade, that is, we're just going to go and grab a quick talisman. So just for reference here, this is where I am. I'm back here, so I'm going to put a marker here. I'm going to put a marker here. So this is the tower we're going for. The first marker is to let us know where we need to sort of end, because the fog's going to appear again, so you can't see a thing anymore. So the first marker is to let you know where to turn left, and then the second marker is the actual destination. So on here, and then head for marker 2. Again, as the crow flies, just go in a straight line. You may see some of the spell balls. You will see one on the left in a moment. Head towards the rock. There it is. You can just go round them. Either side, it doesn't really matter. And then look out for the tower, which will be wherever you marked it. And this is one of the towers that we need to do a little riddle for, and it's a nice easy one. So do you remember all the way back we got Fanged Imp Ashes from the merchant outside Ray Lucaria? This is the reason why. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Fanged Imp Ashes, and there is an imp here, and then we're going to just get his attention, and then we want the ashes to fight the imp. And as you can see there on the left hand side, that's sort of the clue. Make the imps fight. And once they're fighting and they've been going for a bit, you can just kill this one and the seal will be broken. Pretty cool little riddle, that one, I think. And then, yeah, at the top we're going to go all the way up. I'm just going to get rid of this. I'm going to get the Graven-Mass Talisman. So it's going to greatly raise the potency of our sorceries. Now, these two don't negate each other. You can actually have both of these talismans on if you like. The lesser and the greater one. I'm just going to have the greater one on. You can use both if you wish, but I don't know what you would replace, honestly. So I'm just going to switch it, but you can have either or both or none. It's up to you. But now we're going to go and upgrade our staff. So I'm going to go back to round table. And we'll go and see Mr. Smith. If you're on the normal path of smithing stones, don't worry, we'll be getting enough of those for you as well. But like I said, if you want a few early, they're in the cave. God-slaying armament, so top level. We're getting high up there on 8s as well. I think we just need, what was that, 10 more maybe? 8 more? 5 more? Something like that. I get enough eventually, so don't worry. And we're going to teleport all the way back to our normal one, the inner Consecrated Snowfield. I'm going to follow the river to the east this time. I'm actually going to get a few 8s now, actually. 3 of them. And we're heading into a cave now, and this is to get our final legendary weapon as well. Yeah, it was in this cave I died a couple of times. I actually lost all of my runes at one point. That was there, yeah. Rookie mistake, I'll tell you that. So strip of white flesh, great. We'll be using this crab in a moment. I'm just going to show you where. So there is one of these statues here with the blue slash crack in the front of it. So I'm going to get the crab's attention and just go and stand behind this. And all it needs to do really is just walk through it. It doesn't necessarily need to hit it. It's big enough to just do that. But we just want to crack it open. Obviously you can damage the crab a bit, so it's not that difficult to kill once it's broken open. But once it has, you're going to get yourself 8 smithing, that'd be nice, 3 smithing stone 8s. I don't know why I'm killing all these little crabs, but it's something I felt like doing apparently. Right, so we've got an octopus, octopus singular. This one does hit pretty hard, to be honest, and yeah, these guys do jump at you as well. You can just run past it and go for the Stonesword Key lock if you want to, and you will become invulnerable while using the Stonesword Key. It's a bit nasty if it gets you. It might get you still after you've finished your animation. So it's probably best just to kill this thing. They are a pain, to be honest. But why don't you use a spell that's better than Pebble? Because I don't want to, alright? No, it's just, I don't know, it's a comfort spell. Anyway. Right, so that's dead. That will always come back as well, so when you try to leave this cave, it's always there. But you can teleport, it will have its back to you. That'll make sense in a minute. Right, so just the one? No, 2 stone sword keys. You should have plenty of stone sword keys. Plenty of them. We've been buying many, many keys, and this is where we are. Obviously a bit dark in here. This is one of the coolest looking caves as well, Cave of the Forlorn. And the floor to the right of me in a moment is the reason why. Just do a quick refresh. No, we're sitting down again. Do I have enough runes to level up? I do. Endurance. Yeah, so endurance I'm building up a bit because that's the only thing that's holding me back with regards to spell slinging at this point. Obviously that runs out. That's going to run out before my FP does. Yeah, so you got your jellyfish under the floor there, which looks pretty cool. And most of the enemies in here are actually sleeping. So you could probably just ignore them for the most part. But they are those flying things. You got the misbegotten. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's call them that. You've got the bigger and the smaller ones. There are some smaller one here. Yeah, they are sleeping, so you could probably just, if you don't want a Nascent Butterfly, then probably just ignore them. Well, this one is one of the bigger ones with the axe. Yeah, you see my endurance is running out before my FP, obviously. So I may actually do a quick respec towards the end for the final few difficult bosses. We're pretty optimized, I would say, but we can probably go and just lose a few, you know, put those few points in faith and things like that. We don't need that anymore. We just need it for one more section, but after that, you know, when all the difficult bosses are coming up, then we don't need that. So we may well do. And there's a bit of a farming spot. I'm not one for farming myself. I'm actually on the wrong side of here. I've completely blanked in this cave. Yeah, maybe this is what threw me off with the boss as well. I completely blanked on how to get up here. Don't worry, I'll figure it out in a minute. I do apologise. This is the thing I say at the beginning in video 1. No messing around. Yeah, I remember it's here you need to jump on. This side. There you go. Figured it out. And just for Heroes Rune brackets 2. This is where we actually need to go. There is another side area. We're going to get you a Rune Arc as well. No, that's not the way you go. I did know that time. We're actually going this way. Through a cave. And there's a few more enemies. It's a Rune Arc. It's going to come in handy potentially. I may end up using Rune Arc for the final boss. Now, what you can do is do backup saves with Rune Arc. Say you've got 5 Rune Arcs, and for the final boss, save them all. 3, 5, how many you've got? 2, 1, who knows? Do a backup save. Use, say, 5 Rune Arcs. If you don't beat the boss, reload your backup save, and then you've got your 5 Rune Arcs again, and you can, you know, carry on a bit like that. Just save what. Let's save this Rune Arc here that we're about to pick up for the final boss, just to make things a bit easier. Or the next few bosses. So the next couple of Rune Arcs, you should have some anyway. Save them. It's just going to make life that a little bit easier. We can do a backup save, and then we can run into the boss. If we use the Rune Arc or lose it, you know, through death, we can just reload and carry on that way. I'm struggling to hit this one here. But why don't you use a better spell? Yeah, Rune Arc there. Nothing in this corner, and now we're going to go back to that room I went into before. So it might seem a bit confusing because it's all very simple. It's a cave, isn't it? But it's quite a small one, this one. Getting turned around again. No, it's not up here. It's round the back. Where are you? There you are. Big jump. Right, now we're going to drop down, and this is where all the jellyfish are. Unfortunately, they are red, so they are aggroed. Usually I don't kill jellyfish, but they will have a go at you, so it's probably best just to kill them. And unfortunately, with the boss for this place, who's not I mean, he killed me twice in a row. Not not the most difficult, honestly, what we've come up against. The Stake of Marika is back where we just drop down. You have to go through these jellyfish every single time, which is a bit annoying. So we're going to get rid of them this one time. That's going to mean we can clear up. They do, obviously they do attack you. It's a ranged attack as well that they do. Nearly there. If you look up as well, you'll see the ice above you. Pretty cool. Oh no, we're out of FP. That doesn't usually happen much anymore. If you do value, obviously, if you value health and, you know, things like that over FP, then yeah, don't use the talisman that I've just put on, because you are losing some. Right, drop down here. You can obviously see where the save points are. Look for the item. It's just freezing grease. We don't need that, so we'll just drop down. And then you're going to see what I actually forgot to put the imps on. With the first death, the reason was I forgot to remove the imps. So I've come back. I'm going to put Tish back on. Tish, sorry. Tish on, and then we're going to go in. And yes, you're going to see that all my runes are now gone. I did die a second time. And the reason was I was trying to mess around with this boss. Just with this boss, bring Tish in, and then go for the Wondrous Flask, and then just go for Comet Azure and just get rid of him, because he is carrying the Golden Order Greatsword, which is horrendously powerful, or it seems it when he's using it. And this is the final legendary weapon that we need, and then you are going to get the legendary Armaments trophy. Now, if you didn't get it, my son didn't get the trophy, and the reason was, I don't know, but it glitched. If this happens to you, drop all of the legendary weapons. Again, there'll be a list in the description to my website. There'll be a list of them there. You can see which ones you've missed, or which ones all of them are. Drop them all one at a time, pick them all back up again, and the trophy should pop for you. So yeah, don't worry if it doesn't. You can just drop them. Make sure you do leave and not discard, because if you do discard, you throw them away for good. So leave as in leave it on the ground kind of thing. Right, we've come back to the inner Consecrated Snowfield, and now we're going to go to the next area, which is Mohgwyn's Palace, which is out this way. So we're going west again, pretty much exactly west at this point. And watch out for these, but there is another Stonesword Key up here. I don't know how that one got me, that's not fair. Can't figure it out. There we go. That's just on the way. That's not what we came here for, but this is where it is in reference. Now we're heading west, so keep the ruins on your left hand side and aim for the big tree in the middle. So you got the big tree on the right over there. You want the big tree in the middle of the big tree and the ruins, if that makes sense. West. This way. And as you get towards this one, your steed is going to disappear again. We've got another NPC fight. Sanguine Noble can be quite vicious, to be honest. Look around for him. He should be to the right of me. There he is. And yeah, Stars of Ruin. It's going to do you well. You don't want this guy close to you. He can do a lot of damage very quickly. And he will just keep chasing you down. Crazy arms. Yeah, and don't go too close over there. You can see there's a bear. There's a few bears around that other tree, so don't go near that. Oh, don't do that either. Yeah, watch out for the attack there. Just obviously dodge to the left of that. Just one for luck there. And that's the Sanguine Noble down. So he's always going to come in and attack you. And you'll get his stuff there. And then look for this tree fallen. So this is where we are just in reference. This is the big tree here. And then look for this fallen tree. And we're going to drop down off the edge. Down here. And this, yeah, you can forget about the slime, but this is going to be the main boss, not the main boss, the main enemies of the area we're doing now. And the first part is actually a pretty decent little place to farm. Again, I don't do the whole farming thing, but if you are struggling and you want a few runes, yeah, I have actually teleported at this point. So use the teleport and quickly put your, well, you don't need to quickly, but put your light on, because it is pitch black in there. You're not going to be able to see a thing. And then you're going to be in Mohgwyn's Palace. We are back underground again for the final time, I want to say. Yeah, I think this will be the final time. We're going to skip through this place pretty efficiently as well. Fairly efficiently. And there's blood running down the walls and everything. What a charming place this is. Right, so this is our Grace. I'm not going to bring the map up too much in this place. We don't have it yet, but it's pretty linear. It's quite small as well. So we've got loads of these guys just sitting around here. Some of them are stood up with shields, but you will notice every time I kill one of these guys, I'm going to get 2,000 runes. That seems like quite a lot for how quick and easy these guys are to kill. So if you want to go crazy here for a while and just get a bunch of runes, then, you know, you can. I'm not going to. We'll kill them all once. I mean, we've got to, right? You will have the ones with the shields will eventually come after you. But you obviously have ambush shards, so anything with a shield. They will roll towards you and do all sorts of weird stuff as well, so watch out for that. I think, is this one? Yeah, he's going to do it, and then they just sort of explode on you. It's weird. I don't know. And then they'll cartwheel around, which I think is a pretty cool way of dodging, to be honest. We'll slowly make our way down. This area seems to be one of just lots of big groups of enemies that aren't particularly dangerous. These ones, obviously, if you had to wake them all up, they would be a nightmare, but yeah, later on as well. So what did I start this little bit with? Was it 20,000 souls, runes, sorry. I'm up to 50 already. You know, it's 30 for a couple of minutes. Obviously you can optimise by using a more powerful spell or something like that. And just quickly run back and forward to the Grace and just, yeah. It's probably not the best farming. I'm pretty sure it's not the best farming spot. But again, I don't do the whole farming thing, so I just give you an option, I suppose, for late game in case you are struggling with the bosses later. You can always come back, get yourself some runes. There he is. He's back again, doing his cartwheels. Don't know where that shard was going. Yeah, so there's just 4 walking up here with shields now. Easily killed. And then across this lake, we're just going to ride across. Now, I did forget to pick something up on the way. I was a bit... You're going to see why in a moment. They killed my horse, which is not cool. But I'll tell you where it is. The item that I missed. It's actually a smithing stone 8. You'll want to grab it. So you can maybe level up. It's over there, just on the big tree to the left of me. So, yeah, this guy comes straight in. Kills Torrent. Like, come on, man. So there, just ahead of me, that item there, just to the left now, on the other side of this tree now, is a smithing stone 8. So you just want to go and quickly grab that as well. And we're just going to try and ride through here pretty quickly. So once you go past the trees, you've got a few other items here. There is a smithing stone 7, which is this, yeah, this one. And then you want to ride past all of this. Don't mess around with it. Ride to the back here, and then when you look for the items off in the middle here, and then use those as a straight run to where we need to go, which is up these steps. So when you get to these steps, quickly run up them and dodge left or right so you don't get hit by the laser from the skeleton. And this is the map, so I will show you where we've just come from in a moment. I can't actually do it yet because I can't bring my map up. yeah, we're almost done with this place already, so that's why I just thought I'd throw it in this video pretty quickly, to be honest. It's just a boss we're here for. So this is where we are. We started sort of here, that's where the grace is, and we went down and through the river and round and then up there and through there, and this is where we are. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. Right, now these, you don't need to kill all of these, honestly, but they are a bit of a pain in the arse. Some of them chase you and explode. They all explode, but some of them chase after you and explode. Now that cloud there, you can see it's giving me a bleed build-up, which is obviously not a good thing. And there are a lot of these guys here. Most of them are docile, and will not bother you, but the odd one now and again will just come running at you. So for the sake of ease, really, there we go. See, they'll just come running at you now and again, and obviously a lot of bleed is going to hurt. It's not too bad. The bleed doesn't seem to be too bad from these for some reason. You're going to lose, what, maybe a fifth of your health, which is not the worst if you really wanted to run through this place. There's going to be a few items you may want to grab as well. The sword is obviously quite good, because if there's a group of them, group them together and use Adula's Moonblade to take a group down pretty quickly. Now we are technically outside as well, so if you do kill a group of enemies you will get the swirl, and that's actually going to come in handy because it's quite a way until we get to a grace point. Obviously haven't killed all of them that are here. That's what I'm looking for. Where's the last one? There's more. Smithing Stone 7. Get the blade out. Yeah, I think I go a bit... Where is it? I go a bit crazy with the blade and just... Oh, this is taking forever. I'm going to go through. See, you got them, they just run at you, and the bleed is pretty quick. There, you got the blood loss. So yeah, it's, what's that? Maybe a fifth of the health. You'd do that 5 times before you die. Something like that. Maybe a sixth. But there is a Numen's rune off to the left. And this is one of the really high paying out runes. Yeah, he's in the... Whoa, he was dead. There's just so many of them. We've got another runner over there as well. There we go. I'm just going. Right, I'm done. Yeah, a little bit of blood loss. It's fine. Numen's rune. And we're not even done yet. We're not. It's quite long, this bit. Again, I've slowed it down and done it all, so you can sort of, you know, the Smithing Stone 7 there. There's a Numen's rune there. There's something else in a moment I'll show you. I don't actually go and grab this one, but you can sort of plot where you need to go by watching the video and just run for it, and just heal along the way. Honestly. It takes so long. We're doing this for like 5 minutes at this point. And then at the top here there's a blob. So when they're praying like that, you can actually leave them. They're not going to follow you, they're not going to run after you. But we do have this blob to take care of. The blob's not too bad because you can actually get quite close to it and not take that much damage. Oh, we have a runner. I tell a lie. He was actually one of the praying ones as well. The praying ones usually don't run at you. You're going to see a whole bunch of the praying ones in a moment, and they do not move, so that is usually the case. There we go, we've got the swirl off him. There's even more of them. Just take this blood loss, just go. Okay, right, I'm not going to go and get this other item, but I'll tell you what's down here. Look to the right, just down there, there's a few more, and there's a Stonesword Key. You want it, go and get it. We shouldn't need it. I'm not saying we shouldn't, you shouldn't need it, we don't need it, we've got loads of them. Bloodrose, don't need that. You see all these are praying, you leave all these ones. We're going to go into the dark, where things get infinitely worse, basically. So if you are struggling, if you're low on cerulean tears, then just watch through this area where I go and then make a run for it, because there are some pretty tough enemies in here, or they hit extremely hard. They're not particularly tough, to be honest. So I'm just going to try and navigate you as well. So the first part is we're going left and up this hill, and then at the top of the hill here on the left, one of the enemies is going to come out the floor. I can't, yeah, there he is. See, you're going to see how much damage these guys do. Where is he? There. They are fast. They hurt. They use blood loss. Yeah, stay away. And he's done the floor thing as well. I'll show you the floor thing in a moment. And Tish, come on. Hit. Not finishing it. Where is it? I can't see it anymore. This is probably, even with a torch on, it just seems really dark in here. So yeah, it's done the floor explosion. I will just show you, but if you step on this, you're going to start taking blood damage. But if you do wait, it will sort of dissipate and just completely disappear again. There we go, it's gone. Right, when you go further up the hill, so back where he was, and then if you go off to the left, there will be a merchant. Now, one of those guys is going to come out the floor again behind me, unfortunately. It does happen. So this guy has a bunch of rune arcs, so let's say purchase these 3 rune arcs if you can. Stonesword Keys we don't need, I'm not going to buy them. But if you want to save, if you've still got a bunch of rune arcs like I have, then leave it. You don't need to purchase them. Just save them for the last few bosses. I'm just checking. Yeah, Stonesword Keys we've got like 15, 16, whatever that was. So we don't need any more. Yeah, these guys, this one will appear out of the floor once you go to the merchant, so do watch out for him. And yeah, they might give you a bit of trouble, these ones, obviously, because it is so dark down here as well. Yeah, just blade is good. You get that knockback from them as well. There we go. So you should have quite a few runes. So yeah, grab those rune arcs and let's save them for the final few bosses. There's a couple in particular. Right, down here is not necessary, but I am showing you for the sake of it, just in case. There's a lot on here. I was fine with taking this blood loss. There's a lot of them down here, and I mean a lot. You can see when I swing this thing, they're just all over the place. Just a constant cloud of blood loss. The only reason I come down here is for the Great Ghost Glovewort. So if you want another one to fully upgrade, another summon, another Ash, then here's one for you. They just keep coming, don't they? So what I did then was, from the merchant I went forward, and then I went and picked up that rune, and then I went to the right. So we're going to actually go to the left of the rune. So if you're trying to run through this place quickly, just go left. Okay, so I'm going to jump back up here and head back left, as it were. Past where we just picked up that big rune, which was there, and then I'm going to go off. This is the left-hand side now. Now you can just make a run for it here at this point. There is a smithing stone 8 times 3 here, which is going to put us pretty high up there on the amount that we need. There is another one of these guys as well, which is fun. Is this the point where I just decide, no, this is it, I'm done? No, we'll kill this one. But yeah, they chase you down and they really do hurt. Okay, right, so still on the left-hand side, you'll see that there are some stairs here. Another one does spawn in at this point, but I just think, right, we'll go in. So if you stay to the left, I'm on the left-hand side. Tish has gone back down again. So from that rune, the big rune, the gold rune that I picked up, the legendary rune, go left, grab the 3 smithing stone 8s, and then stick to the left-hand side and run up here, and you're going to get to this grace, and we are done for Mohgwyn's Palace. Not really a palace, but Mohgwyn's hellhole, whatever you want to call it. What do we go for here? We're going to put a few more in endurance. Yeah, maybe a couple more I think I'll go with. Again, we may do that respec. Right, this is also not necessary. You do not need to kill these guys. If you want the runes, obviously go for it. There is one of the nasty guys up on the top there, the ones we've just dealt with. So I'm going to throw a few rocks at him. Rocksling is good for groups as well, because it's not, you know, it doesn't leave people out. It just, everybody who's in the way gets hit by a rock. It's always good. It's not picky. But this is obviously, it's worth quite a few runes as well, killing these. Okay, are we clear? Is there one more there? I think there's one more there, isn't there? No. And then up here is another Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. So if you didn't get that one earlier on, for whatever reason, you now have one. And this isn't going to be the final one we get. It is in this video, but altogether it's not. And then we're off to Shardbearer Mohg. This is our boss for the area. And can be extremely simple or not, depending how it goes for you. Obviously, that's a stupid thing to say. I mean, with regards to Comet Azure, if you're able to get it off with, obviously, your infinite flask, then you're going to be doing very well with this boss. There is a cutscene. I'll obviously skip this. We don't need to watch it. Get Tish out to help. Now, Mohgwyn's thing, his whole thing, should I say, is he steals your health. And he does move quite slow. So this is the point where I should have waited till he got off the stairs, but he puts him at a funny angle, and he's not actually taking a great amount. It feels like he's just not taking the damage he should be. But he will start doing this, where he's putting, you can see he's putting rings around me. Once the 3rd ring is around me, he will start he'll do this, and he'll start stealing your health. If you don't beat him in the race, then you're just gonna have to heal through this, and then he's into his full mode, which is not the best. So you can still carry on using Comet and just keep dodging out of the way. Again, he does move fairly slow. Obviously he is dashing towards me and things, but it just looks a lot worse than it is. There's all flames and there's blood everywhere. But if you just concentrate on the boss itself, it's just not too bad. Just pick your... Whoa, lost the lock on there. That was good. Always love it when that happens. Yeah, it's just a whole, you know, distance and time. Just patience. This boss is not difficult. Just get through that first phase where you give all your health up. And then finish him off. And there we go. Should be fairly straightforward for you. Comet Azure is one that is viable on this one. It doesn't move too quickly in the beginning. You do have to race him though. Maybe get his health down a bit more and then go for it. And yeah, once he's finished talking, you'll get the trophy, Shardbearer Mohg, and you'll get his Great Rune. That is a full Great Rune you can use already. It's a weird one. I don't even fully understand how it works, to be honest. I think it's a PvP or a co-op type one where you share health or something like that. Oh no, I think this is the one where it helps your ashes. This one, it's a bit of a weird one. It gives you ashes health back or something like that through killing enemies. but we only really use ashes during bosses, so yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting rid of all of the big runes that we have. We're going to put some levels in while we're here. If you have remembrances and you don't want to grab the weapons or spells from them, the only one we've used was obviously Renala's. Feel free to crack them as well. They will give you runes as well, so you can get an extra few levels. We don't need them for trophies or anything. Nope, that's the wrong button. How far off are we? What are we going up for at this point? Yeah, Vigor. We're just going to get Vigor up a bit now. Everything else is good enough. And at this point, Intelligence, you can go up to 99, but it's diminishing returns. It really does fall off at the higher levels. Just the extra bit there to get past. We're on level 119. Okay, we're done with Mohgwyn Palace, so we are going to get the hell out of here. And we're going to go back to Consecrated Snowfield and then move on to the next area. So, from Consecrated Snowfield, we are going to go dead north to this place. This is a village. There are the guys, the wolves and all that. Try and avoid them, but just head straight for the village. There is a grace that you can quickly grab, and if you die, which I'm about to do. This was probably the most embarrassing death I've ever had in the whole bunch of... You can let me know which one was my most embarrassing, because once this series is done, this is going to be all the Souls games done up till date anyway. Which is my most embarrassing death you've seen. This one gets up there, honestly. It's a wolf, and it kills me, which is great. So I tried to go around them. There were no enemies in this town. I'm not going to try and say the name. Ordiner, I think it was. So I just quickly grabbed... I didn't know there was one there, honestly. I could have just sat. No, but once the enemy's there, you can't sit. Yeah, and these bosses... These bosses. They feel like bosses. These wolves just... They are relentless. And I should have just stuck with the sword. It was working for me. That was not. So, that was a thing. Embarrassing, I know. But we're where we needed to be, so that's all that matters. Right, Ordina. This is the town we're doing. Don't worry about anything you see here. Nothing can get you, don't worry. A lot of it's actually blocked off like that with barriers and things. And we need to open up the barrier on the right hand side up the top of the stairs there. So we did buy a torch not way back actually, a few videos back. And it's for this reason. So this is where we are. Come round here and then read this tome here. And it's going to open up this Everjail. Go into the Everjail. And then we're actually in the same place again, but it's now active. We have enemies to deal with. So put this in your sword hand. Don't put it in your staff hand like I've just done. So we've got the Sentry's Torch. Yes, we have the red cross on it. We can't actually use it as a weapon. I'm going to notice in a minute I don't actually have it in my hand. Yeah, you want it in your sword hand. Come on. Figure it out. You put it in the... Don't stand at the top of these stairs as well while you're messing around. Yeah. Put it in your sword hand because you're going to need your staff. And then bring it out. And he's there already. But there is going to be some black knife assassins here. And they are invisible. And because they're invisible, they will sneak up on you and they will backstab you, which will more than likely kill you. It's extremely annoying. We know that Adula's Moonblade is very good against them, so use that. And they are one-off, so once you kill them, they are dead. Now, follow the path I'm taking here. We've got 4 torches we need to light. This is the first one. But there are also archers on the rooftops, which are worse than the Black Knife Assassins, if that's even possible. So go back up these stairs. And we'll have a play around with some of these. There's one up there. He's a bit hard to hit. They have a really high health pool as well. There's another one up there. We'll get him. Do a bit of damage to him. If you go up these stairs, you can see him. Obviously, Rocksling is going to be our friend here. Even if we just hit them with 1 or 2. What we're trying to do is push him over the other side a bit. There we go. So we can clearly hit him later on. Because they do. The problem with them is they've got so much health, you do hit them, but they sort of get knocked back across the peak of the roof, so it can be a bit annoying. Right, there's one on here, on this roof. He doesn't see you straight away, so you should be able to get stars off. Get a couple maybe. But the arrows do hurt quite a lot, and it's because they're magic arrows, they're pinging them. It's about 4 or 5 times they do them in a row. So just wait for them to stop firing. You'll obviously hear him, you won't hear it anymore. And then you can just step back, hit him with another, and that should be good to go on him. Now these ones aren't one-offs, so they will come back if you die. You'll have to come back into the Everjail. But the Black Knife Assassins, which there is another one around this corner, so get the torch out again. These are one-offs. When these die, they're dead. This one doesn't play ball as well as the other one did. No, stop chasing me down. I'm not ready. They are relentless. But that's why Tish is so good. Another Ghost Glovewort 9 for you there. And then we'll go and light the second lamp. And we'll start running across the rooftops. So we don't need the torch again at this point. Ladder, apparently that's the, the thing that I really struggle with, is getting up ladders. So just before you head up again, there is some Golden Rune 12 here. Yep, these ladders really are a struggle apparently. So this is torch or candle number 2. Now we have to deal with the 2 most annoying archers, and they're all the way back there. So we can take the rooftops back. And we're gonna have to do a bit of stealth and a bit of third-person shooting here. So do the big jump across, and then head straight away hide behind this chimney. And here come the arrows, the magic arrows. When they stop, run across, hide behind this chimney. And then when that stops, run across and keep tight into this wall there, because the arrows, they will come after you quickly. And then up here, wait till it stops. You can run straight for this wall here and hug it tight. And now we're just going to use Rock Sling, and we're going to put them. We're just going to hit from around the corner. Yes, we drop that third one every time we cast, but it's fine, honestly. Just keep getting the lock on, and all we want to do is actually push this one over the edge until they're not a problem, which is, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm able to. No, so it's gone all the way over the edge, which is fine. Means they can't particularly get us anymore. 1 or 2 might. But now it's this one we need to deal with. So I'm just waiting for them to stop. See if we can hit from here. No is the answer. We're going to have to go up. And hide. This is high enough to hide behind. Bit too soon there. It's like it's like Gears of War or something. Third person. Yeah, Stars is honestly and Rocksling are just too slow when you're this close like that. Wow, I didn't even realise I took that much damage. Yeah, go for Pebble. When you're close enough like this, just Pebble, it's nice and quick. Just peek your head up, take a shot. It's better to be patient than to have to do this all over again. That'll do. Right. Up we go, and this is torch number 3, or candle number 3. And then we'll drop down, we'll get this other archer out of the way, should just have a little bit of health now. Try and make the big jump, do we make it? Yes we do. Not that it particularly matters because I'm dropping onto the road anyway. And then we're going to run round here, jump over this wall, over here, up this ladder. And this is where number 4 is. And as soon as you light number 4, you will teleport out. The place is done. And then we're going to move, that's this video done, we're going to move on to the Haligtree next, which is, it's a great place, full of lots of nice enemies. Yeah, the first part of Haligtree it's quite annoying. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it's not that bad. I really don't like it. So yeah, take the torch off, we don't need that anymore. Invigorating cured meat. And then we go through here, there is another teleport, and that's going to take us to Haligtree. I'm just going to sit at the grace point, and that's where we're going to leave this video. But you'll see what I mean when we teleport there. It's... yeah. It's... falling, death by falling is not uncommon to us at this point in here. Right, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.